Hey, what's up, people? Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Morus Zero portable dryer. This is an amazing little device that can save you a lot of time and energy when it comes to drying your clothes. It's small enough to fit in any space, and it comes with a variety of different drying modes to suit your needs. So let's take a closer look at how this thing works. But first, let's unbox it and take a look at what's included. It comes packaged extremely well. In fact, maybe too good. It took me a little time to get it out of the box, as you could see, but I'd rather things be tightly packaged with plenty of protection than loosely banging around inside of a box. The Morus Zero portable dryer comes with the dryer itself, a power cord, an instruction manual, a metal rack, and instructions on how to unpack it. FML. Now that we've gotten everything unpacked, let's take a look at the design of the dryer itself. This thing is very well made and it looks great. It won several awards, including the IF Design Award, Red Dot Design Award, and Golden Pen Design Award. And it's easy to see why. The Morus Zero is made from high quality materials and it's very well built. All of the buttons are easy to reach and the display is fairly easy to read. I do have a little constructive criticism. The display is located on the top of the unit, which is probably fine for most people, but it could be difficult for shorter individuals. And it could be a bit brighter as it is a little dim under direct lighting. One of my favorite features about this dryer is the size advantage. It's so small that it can practically fit anywhere. This makes it perfect for small spaces like dorm rooms and studio apartments. It's also great for camping, van life people, or RV use. Now that we know a little bit more about the dryer itself, let's take a look at how to set it up. First, make sure that you have a stable surface on which to place the dryer on. The Morus Zero weighs about 29 pounds, so make sure that whatever surface you choose can support that weight. Once you've found a good spot for it, plug in the power cord, flip the switch on the back side, and turn on the dryer by pressing and holding the power button up top. Then use the mode button until you reach your desired mode. There are 8 different modes to choose from: Smart, Quick, Shirt, Silk, Warm, Refresh, Shoe, and Sanitize. You also have plus and minus buttons up top for adjusting the time or temperature depending on the mode that you're going to be using. Each of these modes has its own unique functionality, so be sure to read through the instruction manual or the sticker located right above the display before using it for the first time. But I'll give you a quick rundown of how each mode works so that way you have an idea of what to expect. First up is Smart Mode, which can automatically estimate the drying time and adjust the drying temperature by detecting the moisture of the garments. This mode is perfect for everyday clothes like jeans or t-shirts, and since there's no overheating or over drying, it's also the safest and most efficient way to dry things. Next is Quick Mode, which utilizes Morus's patented drying technology and can create a low pressure environment that allows water to evaporate at higher speed, which boosts drying efficiency. In short, it's using a form of vacuum technology, which is really neat to see in a dryer. Because of this, Morus Zero can dry a shirt as quickly as 15 minutes. That's crazy. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna compare this little dryer to my big dryer. But to do that, I have to pick this thing up and I have to carry it up these stairs. The good thing is, because this dryer only weighs about 28 pounds, like I said, it's easily movable, so I can lift it up these stairs easy. Which means if you live in like an apartment and you're gonna be storing this in like a pantry or maybe like on a shelf, you'll easily be able to take it down and then put it away whenever you're done. So to do this test, I went ahead and washed 2 shirts. Now these shirts are made from the same exact material, 100% cotton. They come from the same store, which is Uniqlo, and they're the same size. They're pretty much the same exact shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and toss one in the Morus portable dryer. And then I'm gonna toss the other one in my larger Whirlpool dryer. Now this dryer is pretty old, it's a little bit of a dinosaur. So unlike the Morus dryer where it automatically adjusts the temperature settings as well as the time based on the dampness of the clothing, the Whirlpool here I have to do manually. So I'm gonna leave it in low for heat because that's like the middle setting, and really low on this dryer isn't exactly low, it's more like medium. And then I have a timer set for 15 minutes on my phone. So in 15 minutes, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna see which one is drier. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the Morus dryer into quick mode and we're gonna see how this works. All right, so we'll go ahead and start these at the same time. So I need a countdown. Where's my cameraman out with the countdown? 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer, and we'll come back and check this out in 15 minutes. Okay, so the alarm is going off. It's time to check on these clothes. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and turn off this alarm because that is a nightmarish sound. Now, first, let's check out the shirt in the Morus. It is nice and dry. Okay, feels good. Looks pretty good. All right, now let's check out the one from the larger dryer. Look, it went back in time. I have no idea where the shirt went. It's just gone. I'm just kidding. It is right here. Oh wow, this is like way more damp. Wow, that is a huge difference. This is like soaking wet still. And this is completely dry. Like, check this out. I'm cameraman. Right? Now, try that one. Right? That is crazy. Yeah, this little guy is definitely quite powerful. That is really impressive. So there you go. Shirt mode uses frequent tumble action and warm air to reduce wrinkles. This works really well since Morus Zero features full-time reverse tumbling. In action, you'll see the dryer tumble, stop, and then go in reverse. This reduces tangling, ensures fluffier garments, and of course helps with wrinkle reduction. I absolutely love this mode. If I'm in a rush in the morning and I don't have time to iron my clothes, I like to dampen a washcloth and then toss it in the dryer with my shirt for about 15 minutes on shirt mode. This will help remove any wrinkles while I get ready for the day. It's a time saver. Silk mode is pretty self-explanatory. The peak temperature in this mode is about 113 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not only great for silk though, but also garments that are sensitive to heat. Future Jonathan here. One thing I forgot to mention when it comes to silk mode and all the other modes is how to switch out of Celsius, which is really important if you're here in the US. So let me show you. We have our mode button right here and then a minus button. You're just gonna hold those two at the same time and you'll see it switch to Fahrenheit, which is really important if you're here in the US. Warm mode is meant to warm up clothing or to keep the clothing warm. This way, when it's time for it to be folded, things are not wrinkled and still have that fresh feel to them. It's not meant so much for drying, so just keep that in mind. Refresh mode is perfect for clothing that's been worn but isn't quite dirty enough for a full washing. This mode reduces odor and dust on clothing, giving you garments that seemingly have been washed or, well, refreshed. Next is shoe mode, which is my personal favorite mode on this dryer since I have a bit of a sneaker collection and I like to keep them all as clean as I can. Typically, I'll hand wash my shoes and then leave them by a window or on my porch to dry for a day. However, thanks to the shoe mode on the Morus Zero, I no longer need to do that. It dries my shoes safely since tumbling is disabled. Instead, it uses a drying rack to gently dry my shoes evenly, quickly, and efficiently. I can literally deep clean a pair of shoes, dry them, and wear them the same day. I love it. Last but not least, we have sanitize mode. This is similar to refresh mode, but adds a few things such as UV lights and high heat combined with suction for disinfecting items. It's great for healthcare workers that don't get super dirty at work, but still wear scrubs and you come home and you just don't want to contaminate your house. You can toss them in the Morus Zero and put it on sanitize mode. So those are all of the different modes that are included with this dryer. Each one takes advantage of the active temperature control, which is a built-in sensor system that precisely controls the temperature with a 0.1 degree error range. That's crazy. Plus, despite all of the tech crammed into this lightweight, ultra-portable dryer, it's still eco-friendly. The advertised rated power is from 1100 to 1200 watts, while in the actual drying circle, the power can fluctuate between 400 to 1000 watts. I put this to the test using a meter, and I found that they were right on the money. In case you're wondering how loud this dryer is, it's actually pretty quiet. Here's a reading with my decibel meter, and I'm about a foot away, and you can see it is not loud whatsoever. The Morus Zero has a ventless design, so you don't have to worry about dryer lint or debris spraying all over your house or RV. That said, there are a few things you need to be aware of when it comes to maintenance. While it doesn't have a vent per se, during the drying process, you'll notice steam releasing to the backside. This is normal and it's perfectly fine. However, I would make it a habit to check back here by simply popping off the lower portion of the rear cover and cleaning it just to make sure no mold or mildew builds up, since that's where the steam is releasing from. As for lint and other dryer debris, inside the dryer, the backside pops off magnetically. Once it's been removed, you can clean the back portion and then separate the removable piece to clean it as well. It's all pretty simple stuff, but it's still really important to ensure that this dryer is running at its peak performance. Overall, I'm really impressed with the Morus Zero portable dryer. It's well designed, easy to use, and perfect for anyone who wants to save time and energy when it comes to drying clothes, shoes, or towels. I'll drop a link in the description so that way you can check it out and for up-to-date pricing. Let me know what you think of the Morus Zero in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next one.